95-degree turn, and Autopilot has never successfully done these. Ooh, that makes me so happy. I've only been waiting 3 years for this. No big deal, 3 years. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Tesla Canadian Dad. Today is an exciting day, the day we've been waiting for years. The FSD beta is finally released in Canada. Is it everything we've been waiting for? Can we fall asleep while driving in cars? Let's dive in and find out. So FSD on the highway and Autopilot by itself on the highway has been fantastic for years, honestly. Now today we are going to dive in on FSD off the highway. So we're going to talk about left turns, right turns, intersections, roundabouts, speed bumps, potholes, all these things. Can our Tesla drive us from point A to point B with zero intervention? Now I've been testing this for close to a week now, and been driving a lot of different situations on purpose to find out exactly what FSD can and still can't do. If you compare it to Autopilot, is it better? Is it the same? Has it changed? Is there any different behaviors? When it comes to straight roads, it behaves a little bit better, actually. Not that Autopilot doesn't actually behave really well. It actually did behave pretty well on normal straight roads. However, FSD does a little bit of subtlety in some situations where I have seen a car coming on the opposite road that needed a little bit more space because there was a car parked on the side of the road. So my car gave him a little bit more space by going a little bit more towards the right and giving him more space to go in between my car and the parked car. And there's a few other moments while I was driving that I noticed these types of behavior from FSD that I did not notice while driving in Autopilot for the last 3 years. First one I really wanted to try is intersections. You know, the car officially making a left turn, the car officially making a right turn without me doing absolutely anything but telling the car where to go. This is really, really well done and not so much at the same time. When it actually works, which actually works most of the time, I'll say like 80% of the time, it actually does really good left turns and really good right turns. But when it fails hard. And this is where we still need to be behind the wheel taking over to make sure that we don't piss off people in the back, we don't piss off people around, and more importantly, we don't actually put anybody's safety in danger. Now, I don't actually think the car will actually hit anything. That's not my fear. My fear is other drivers behaving differently because of my car's behaving so crazy that they might actually end up in a dangerous situation. So I want to avoid those situations at all costs. So overall, on Autopilot, before the FSD beta, intersection was obviously an F. While if you take a look at FSD before the beta, I would call it a C. Now with FSD beta, turning left, turning right, I would give it a grading system of B here in this case because, well, it's doing really, really good things and really, really impressive things, but you can still see there's room to improve here, where there's maybe 20% of the time where we have to take over. Maybe it's not as high as 20%, but when it does happen, it definitely is like impactful and a little bit nerve-wracking at the same time. Now I have these two curves really, really close to my house. One is about a 95-degree curve and the other one is about an 85-degree turn. They're not official turns, they're part of the road. They're just, you continue driving, you don't stop, you just continue driving through the curves. Autopilot have never, ever successfully made these turns. If there's a car coming on the other side, then take over right away. Okay, go. No, that's too fast. Fast as fuck.
Mine is right, go. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm ahead of you on this one, Mike. I don't think this is...
It went faster than usual. That's not as fast. Again? I don't like that one because I can't see the car
slower?
Yes. Yes.
You go 50 on this one. Fuck the speed limit, Tesla. You're too fast. We're gonna go lower. What's the slowest you can go?
30?
30.
The guy behind
We're gonna take it at 30. Can you do it?
No, it doesn't like him. Not yet, anyways.
It's basically like a quarter of a roundabout.
And after 3 years of failing, I can happily report that FSD beta is able to take those turns. And not only able to take those turns, but it does it so well. So I'm going to go ahead and give 90-degree turns, 85-degree turns, things like that, a rating of A, because I've actually tested it quite a few times now with different curves, and it's made those turns better than most drivers out there. So I was really, really impressed with that. All right, let's talk about roundabouts. Man, do I have a lot of roundabouts around my house, okay? I could count 7 off the top of my head in less than 2-kilometer range. This, I'm not gonna lie, has been the biggest disappointment so far for FSD beta. It's not bad. I would call it terrible. Terrible when it comes to the car actually entering the roundabout. What's the point of a roundabout? Keep traffic flow going. Well, the Tesla doesn't do that at all. I've had one successful instant where the car actually went through the roundabout exactly how I would. Out of, so far, I'd probably say 50 tries. Lots of different roundabouts, 2 double roundabouts, single roundabouts that turn into double roundabouts. Once it actually gets into the roundabout, it's actually doing a fantastic job at going through it most of the time. I've had a few fails as well in that situation, but most of the time, once it's in the roundabout, fantastic, great behavior. But getting into the roundabout has just been so disappointing. It stops 95% of the time. No, it's not supposed to do that. I have to press the acceleration. So I don't want to piss off people behind me, because if I was behind me, I would have been pissed off that I didn't actually just go through when there's no cars coming through the roundabout. I really feel like they need to make the car look further ahead. I don't know, do something, but don't stop the car at a roundabout when there's no one around. I was expecting massive things with this beta, and the biggest disappointment has been roundabouts for me. With FSD beta, I'm gonna give it a D. So it's going from an F to a D here in this case, which is not great. It's not great. It's a little disappointing. All right, let's move on. So a couple other things that I kind of want to talk about. Autopilot did not recognize potholes. FSD beta still doesn't recognize potholes. It's something they're working on it here, but again, as of now, both of them are F. Another thing that I thought, for some reason, I read that FSD beta would actually recognize speed bumps. And maybe it's the speed bumps that I have around my house, but and I need to do a little bit more testing. But as of now, it's not. I need to slow down the car, either with the wheel or literally take over, because the car will just fly through a speed bump. And I don't want to wreck my car, so I'm taking over. All right, so I wanted this to be a positive video because, let's be honest, okay, it's still really, really impressive what Tesla is doing. Is it as far along as I was hoping or thought it would be? No, it's not. So there's 5 different stages of autonomy, and we're not as far along as I thought we were. Will we get there? I really do believe we will get there, because when the car is doing fantastic things, like the 90-degree turns, like changing lanes, the left turn, the right turns when it's going smoothly, it's actually driving better. I'm sorry to say, it's driving better than most drivers out there. It really is. The problem is when it's not. It's driving like a 15-year-old that's really, really nervous behind the wheel. And that's where we are nowhere near ready to not have a driver behind the wheel. We're nowhere near ready not having a driver paying attention. It is adding a little bit of anxiety to you when you're actually enabling FSD. So it's kind of doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do. Obviously, this is a beta, and I understand this is a beta, and it will take time. Like I said, I want this to be a positive video, and I am impressed with a lot of things. And it is a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. It's still pretty wild watching your car go, especially when the cars are turning left and turning right. I think that's the trippiest one, when you're actually going in left through a red light or making a left turn at a stop sign. It is trippy to go and see it go. And here's a video clip of one of the turns that it does really, really well. And as I've seen it do this many, many times at this point. It's a normal left turn and red light, but you're in the left lane of a 2-lane left turn. It actually cuts so well towards the end of it. It's so impressive. 95% of drivers out there will actually cut in the right lane or like enter into the middle lane on when you actually enter it. So yeah, like I said, there is a lot of impressive stuff here. Elon, way to go. The Tesla team, way to go. We're getting there. Not as quick as I was hoping, not as quick as some of you were hoping. Some of you have given up on FSD altogether. I think that's wrong. I think there is a future. Who knows how many months, years? I do think it's more years than months, to be honest with you, but we are going to get there. And for the people who say, oh, well, I don't want FSD because I drive my car to drive my car, well, that's like saying I don't want an electric battery because I like my gasoline or I like my engine. At one point, we need to evolve. And the number one reason for death in North America for people aged 20 or younger are accidental deaths, and most of them are in car accidents. That's right. Car accidents. So if we can make our cars safer by not driving them, I'm all for it. I'm sorry for every driver enthusiast out there. There's going to be more tracks for you guys to go race on. But for public roads, I've seen so many bad drivers do so many bad things that I am ready for a future where those drivers are not driving anymore. That's it for this episode. As always, I really want to thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. If you're already subscribed, I want to say a quick thank you for all the support you've shown me throughout the years. I've been going through some rough times, as some of you know, and making these videos and seeing the amazing comments below always bring a smile to my face. So if you want to leave a nice comment below, please do so. If you want to leave a comment of a video you'd like me to do for FSD or anything else Tesla related, please leave the comments below. I'll be happy to look at them and go through them. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next episode, guys. This might not be appropriate.
Brian Zavitz says, think I'm buying a mini membership at Metcalf Golf Course, $549 and $24 a round.
I didn't do
Regular
that.
daily fee is $53 a round. So after 19 games you break even.
That's a lot of money for golf. Is your little membership card thing done?
What do you mean? That's completely different. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's so close, it's so close. In Car's defense, the guy was way too forward.